All right, re-recording. We're back in the blah blah blah.
Were you just gonna have the whole load screen, just like not edit that out?
Maybe some preamble. I don't know.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
So
that we make content together, man.
if
Yar, content.
content. If you would like some context, Team League was very slow this night, and this is the third game playing the same team, and we're like kind of on tilt. And we drafted triple global against them on Cursed Hollow, and still managed to lose.
That's one of those issues of diminishing returns.
Maybe.
I count 3 globals and another hero who has an ult that's a global.
Yeah, well, our tank doesn't ever take it, so it's up for debate. So I called the lanes here as Dahaka top, me bot, Falstad middle, with the other two rotating and doing camps. And that my rationale is that Dahaka and I have true globals, and Falstad can kind of traverse like 2/3 of the map's height. So having him in mid means that like we have presence in lane for XP soak, and he can go anywhere.
Waiting for that to go wrong.
It doesn't go wrong so much as...
That's how you kind of loaded that, and that's how I heard it.
Fair. I think I die, like,
Yeah,
to this Vala.
Vala.
Oh, yeah, she gets this really lucky, like, oh, it just goes straight for me instead of one of the towers. Like...
What? I'm sorry, you said you were on tilt?
A little bit. It's okay, we didn't miss much soak. Am I Zing here?
Oh,
What
yeah,
am I doing?
Strat where Falstad can traverse half of the map length.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
I mean, what would it mean, like, materially, whether I was being sarcastic or not in that particular circumstance?
It would go to your state of mind.
If anything.
How's the Haka doing against Thrall up here?
Roll.
Like, basically this matchup to me boils down to they both can't hurt each other, but Dahaka has actual wave clear.
Yeah.
And from what I recall, Valise does a really good job pushing this lane in. Yeah, that's too bad. I would probably not have triggered that, what is it even called? Dark Swarm. I wouldn't have Dark Swarm there. Just because it's like it's more important on the lane that it, like the creep, than it is on Thrall, but whatever.
Yeah, because of crossbow resilience.
Yeah, it's just not really netting much value. So, right off the bat, I'm going to note that we haven't done our Giants. Probably I should just be in this lane, and as soon as camps came up, ETC and Li Ming should have gone to do them. Or... I guess it makes more sense to send Dahaka and Falstad, because they can do it pretty quickly and then just return to lane right away. Why are we 3 bot? Oh my god. Or even better,
Giants,
even better.
by the time that happens, the Knights are up.
Yeah, I would say it was an overreaction. Even better, we could send ETC top and leave Li Ming in the middle lane, and have me soaking bot, because we know that
Dahaka could get the camp.
they could do both camps and like try to time the mercenaries so they push out right as the tribute comes up.
Yep, which is a set time now.
And then, because it's Falstad and Dahaka, they could just, use their globals to get to the tribute. While I, like,
If
you know,
necessary.
keep soaking in bot. Like, instead we're just sort of getting 0 value out of our globals.
You're getting a lot of value out of your globals right now by being out of position.
Well, I'm frantically calling. Vala's not rotating. Vala's not rotating. We can have this tribute. All I have to do is Z in, like, to help get it and turn it into a 5v4 while Vala's down
here.
here.
I'm expecting.
Yeah, and I don't remember if that works well. I mean, we are cleaning up this bruiser camp, which is kind of a bummer.
Oh,
and they just get it. They just get it. Oh my god. This is so bad. Why are we so bad? It's the tilt, clearly.
Such a weird play from the Diablo.
Yeah, that's pretty strange. Falstad flies bot. I guess I should go to ETC here and help him get our eye. Okay, so right, transitioning because they're.
Looking at the talents right now.
So, for some more context, the Azerman, our main tank player, he used to be shot caller, and they're trying to transition me to shot caller because or like primary shot caller. He's gonna still call his like engages and stuff, but we're trying to put me on like general macro calling, and so I've got to get more comfortable with like just calling out who needs to do camps and when and where people should be while also managing my own character.
And that just changed so drastically that like the gameplay never used to look like, oh, the giant, we can kill the giants now, let's get over there as fast as possible. Oh, we can kill the knights now, let's get over there as fast as possible. It was more like you like looked for a spot where you could sneak it in there, but now they're just so powerful.
And I was just talking with my friend who plays Melee about this, about how like you need to watch your replays so you know what the correct option is ahead of time, so you can draw on that information instead of like in this situation where I was like, oh, let me try to think on the spot while I'm in a micro fight with like Vala about who should be where at like the last possible second, you know?
Yeah, it needs to be like when you play blackjack, you know, if you're like putting thought into picking whether you're gonna hit or stay or.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's a really great example actually of the concept. Like you should. Aww. Like yeah, but like basically think out the conditions ahead of time so that you can just look for those conditions and go, aha.
And really, and specifically in blackjack, the larger metaphor goes on to say that in order to optimally play blackjack, you need to count the cards, and that means that you can't be thinking about whether you're gonna hit on a 16 or not, you know? So it's just like, in this case, you need to just already know, based on the map, based on the hero selection, like a general procedure of like which camps get done when and who goes in which lanes. So that you don't have to like come up with it.
Yeah. And I'm thinking I probably should have taken Cleanse here. I'm not double support Brightwing. I'm like solo heal Brightwing. And
Cleanse for
Jaina Slow and Rig of Frost, fucking Lurking Arm and alt, Diablo alt and you know general CC, Vala alt, Thrall alt and Root. Like there's so much CC on their team, and maybe.
You didn't take Cleanse just 'cause, what did you take?
I took the Z talent because it's more synergistic with the first two talents. I hope you can hear my air quotes.
Well, yeah, just like synergistic, as in.
Like maybe it.
As in synergistic being an antonym for like what you actually need.
Yeah, basically. So here it seems like we might actually be using our globals.
Like it seems like what you said was instead of taking the good talent, I took the synergistic talent.
Instead of taking the contextually correct talent, I took the in a vacuum synergistic talent. Another thing to think about is like if we had two globals, we've known that this tribute is going to spawn here for like a full minute.
Yeah.
we probably could be like running a 3-man top, and like our.
I see that going on here right now.
Right, but Dahaka's just been in the top lane this whole time.
Okay.
And I don't think we've done a camp yet. It's like their giants are up again, and so like we could have taken giants a second time.
Their knights are a minute and a half, yeah, so it's pretty bad. You're pretty behind. Like you just like get an XP loss at that point in addition to whatever pushing it gets done.
Also, I think we definitely could have drafted more poke. Like, I don't have enough poke to keep the tribute from like going off. We have Li Ming, but that's pretty much it. Falstad needs to get too close to Q it.
Yeah.
Like with this comp, I think Chromie over Falstad would have been amazing.
That's kind of interesting, yeah.
Because like you could just cycle out the orb and like
because you've got both Li Ming and Chromie. I don't know. Can you really double up on like siege? And I don't mean siege as in doing damage to minions, but like long range, like glass cannons.
Absolutely.
Have
right.
You done that?
Yeah. Right now we're basically trading this tribute and making it take as long as possible, so I can get. I've taken out 2 towers right now. I've evened the experience by like my team successfully delaying this tribute. Yeah. This is kind of how you like if we had Falstad actually just soaking mid and pushing up the other 4 towers, we could actually get to 10 first right now.
While they took the tribute.
And just from Li Ming delaying over like through the grass here.
So he figures out that he has to do it from the other side of the tribute.
If we had Li Ming, ETC, and Chromie right here, they would basically never get it. And like Dahaka could be mid lane soaking and being ready to like move up if he needed to, along with me. Yeah. We could get a level and then just all show up and turn this fight. If we wanted to. Like, or we could give up the tribute and get like tons of value. So right now, like, they've got the tribute. Like, there's no reason to do anything but camps. And I think we should do. I think the right call is to go Falstad, Dahaka, and put the other 2 in lane. And then we can just use our globals to get back to lane afterward.
And then they did the opposite of that?
Yeah. I guess Dahaka was her thing? Like, what is his... Okay, so he's gonna get pretty decent essence going into this tribute fight. Because we kind of need this to not give them this tribute. Although I think we do. I think we do give it to them.
And they snowball you?
No, actually. Like, our wave clear is so good that they don't get a building out of this tribute. Yeah, they did a big 4-man, like, gank, and we didn't have the vision. We get 10 first, but it doesn't matter. Oh, do they get this bottom for it? I think maybe they do.
It sure as hell looks like they do.
Let's speed this up a little bit. Ooh. Uh-oh. Pretty unimpactful Ring of Frost.
I was gonna say, the mage battle was just like their wands connected. And light energy got between them, and then nothing happened.
Ooh, big Diablo flank here.
It's the thought that counts.
But this Bruiser camp is going to push in and soak a ton of tower shots. Like,
oh, it'll barely have any ammunition left.
Well, no, what I mean is it's going to keep
know,
those.
I know.
Okay.
Enough. The curse is over. I hope you made the most of it.
I feel like there could have been a drag here. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we take this boss. Yeah, we also have great boss control.
The Jaina.
Just getting clipped by the mosh. I don't know if we need our Dahaka to come down here. I feel like we could have left him top.
Could be
And then
XP advantage.
Falstad's flying in for like some kind of like play here.
Yeah, that's very
And it's kind of
ambitious.
pointless because the fort is up.
Very ambitious.
So,
yeah.
and now my
But that
global...
wall's down, the fort will be
Yeah, we can push past it.
lost.
We could push past it because we don't have to worry about the fort shooting us.
You guys just lost your... Oh, wait. No, I'm not...
The fort is going to start targeting the golem, the boss.
Right.
But, I mean...
Falstad just, like...
So here's the overarching point I'm getting at. Like, they have to defend this boss. We can commit 3 people to poking with it and have our 2 globals there, like, in the other lanes, like, pushing up while the boss is up.
Right, if the Falstad hadn't just burned his fly for no reason.
And Dahaka burned his. And I can't use my global on anything but heroes. So...
And also, it
So-
really needs to be those 2 because you need to actually be doing healing. After
Yes.
that.
And the reason that this is strong, like that would be strong, is because we can also just go to any of the offlaners if they get jumped and like turn a 2v1 into a 3v2, like. So we are really not using our mobility at all to our advantage
Lower
here.
your brains, sweetie.
Well, that's the thing. We're like,
Not that I'd do better, but yeah, I'm seeing the tilted angle.
this is one of the first drafts that I've called for the team, like, because they want the main shot caller to also be calling the draft so they can, like...
A lot of responsibility.
And I took it for granted that not everyone, like, loves macro play and, like, knows it really well. Because these are 3 of my main heroes, like Brightwing, Dahaka, and Falstad, because I love tiny experience leads that snowball, and, like, doing, like, tricky, like, I could be here or here, like, type bullshit.
Man, have you played the new Samuro?
No,
He's got image transmission on level 1?
it's a little different, because you have to be in the same lane.
No, but then once you get...
10?
Level 10.
You could just be, like, a lost
you can start
Viking.
Sending them... Well, no. It's not quite because every cooldown they reset, but you can just constantly, when you use your images, send them in different directions and then figure out which one you want to be at, you know?
Ah, okay. That's cool.
It's really entertaining. You should try it, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that sounds like a nice, challenging experience, like,
Yep.
micro-wise.
Yep.
Grab him.
It's
Come on.
pretty-
Oh.
It's like you do it. I've done it so far. All the games I've been picking mostly. Whenever I'm like trying to win, I pick Bladestorm because I'm just like I'm not using this right, you know.
Yeah.
The tribute or face my curse.
Very
Okay, so
The choice.
so now
Grubby takes Bladestorm.
we are currently actually doing camps now, which is good. But we're sending the 2 heroes that take the longest to get back to lane to do it. I think that's like the biggest thing we could probably be fixing.
But Dahaka's bot lane, and that's correct.
That is great, yes.
Top lane, and that's correct. So you've got the basics.
I feel like I should be here and Falstad should be mid, waiting for the call to like start team fighting.
It's so close though. Like the timer was already coming down.
That's not what I mean. Like, because like Li Ming is in such a good position to like, we can just soak mid and bot and get like more experience.
Yeah, you can just defend Li Ming's
Oh,
spot.
also it's a 0-0 tribute. It doesn't matter at all whether anybody gets this.
Yeah.
Like, and if we use the fact that they're clumping 5 people on it to get an experience lead, like, we will just get so much value out of this tribute. And if
Again, isn't that what Dahaka's doing right now? Are you
oh,
just
that's
saying
true.
what
That's
people
true.
doing?
Yeah. I am actually. See, now that they're bullying us out, like, this would be a good time to collapse on it or give it up. It doesn't really matter. This is why, like, Abathur's strong, because he gets to do both. He's just like in the off lane and contributing to the team fight.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with any concepts like that, personally.
You're referencing the Lost Vikings, I'm assuming.
I'm just not gonna be overt about here.
Okay. Oh, let's see. What is this?
Or face my curse.
Ooh.
Nonsense.
Oh, and I warped in to try and get the gank. Oof. So I'm like, well, I'm here. I'm at least gonna get the XP. So right now we are at a little bit of a lead. Probably wanted to drag him into the rest of us.
Yeah, it's Diablo. Are you sure?
Oh yeah, he grabbed Diablo. Probably just don't use
Probably
it.
just don't cue Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we watch that again?
Yeah, we can. So our comp doesn't really do short fights. We kind of want to like poke and kite and drag fights out. Like especially like the way my healing works and the way Falstad's damage works. A lot like Li Ming kind of can like help burst down, but Dahaka also benefits from like long fights that take a while. Okay, so right off the bat, this queue is kind of not great. What do we even have? We have adaptation. Yeah, I could see an argument for either, but yeah, Mosh Pit.
You know what?
Mighty
It's
Dove.
like he probably. Okay, so you're in the bush, and it's just like, okay, in 1/4 of a second, this Diablo is going to be able to see me. How do I react to that so that I have the element of surprise?
Yeah,
And then you just fire off your Q. And then the thing is, if Falstad was leaving, yeah, if leaving and Falstad hadn't been way down there,
this would be good. Yeah, like you
then,
could.
like, you could grab him and burst him. Like you can still do that if you have 5 people, even though it's Diablo.
Yeah, if we like cue him like he's done and immediately pop your W and drag him into the team, and then ETC slides, yeah, and everyone's just autoing him, and then I polymorph after the slide.
Go ahead of their team, but it's really, and I wonder if the lesson to come back from that with is just like, oh, these DPS should really be like tighter in here in these situations where the fight is clearly like gonna break out soon.
Yeah, but you can't.
Right on top of this Dahaka, wouldn't that be a lot better?
Absolutely, but like, as an initiation hero, like, there are going to be times when your team can't follow up. That's just inevitable.
And then it's Dahaka's job
to assess that. Like, it's a team
so
thing.
2
It's
levels.
not.
There's
It's
2 levels.
yeah.
The first level is if
Hey, this is a
DPS
kill
wasn't
that our
closer.
team dropped
And
because
then
by
the
not
second
being
level
there.
is since the DPS wasn't closer, this was also incorrect to grab him.
Yes, you're completely right.
I know I am. That's what makes me so awesome.
So I think dragging him to the top is it's like an adaptation. Like, oh, nobody's here to follow up. Probably get him away from the team.
And then ETC is like, oh, I've split one of their teammates from the rest of them.
One thing that I think is a problem with Azur's ETC, like it's for the most part really good, but he always takes Pinball Wizard, which means that he never feels. No. It's the Face Melt does 300% more damage if you hit somebody who's been hit by Power Slide.
Yeah.
So he never ever uses his knockback, his Face Melt, for peels, and then slides afterward. He always slides and then Face Melts. And so right now, what we need is for a big Face Melt that pushes Thrall back into the choke and pushes Diablo back into
But he's
Dahaka.
gonna instinctively slide first and end up in the wrong spot to do
Oh, he
so.
actually does. He actually does push. And it gets Thrall back, and it looks like it might hit
Wait, what are you
Vala.
talking about? That's Falstad doing, isn't that?
Diablo leaps onto Falstad at that moment and he doesn't hit him. But he does hit, like, Thrall.
The Mighty Gust is what's knocking the Thrall and the,
Oh, you're right. Okay, all right, I'm gonna rewind a little bit. Because he does face melt first. But I just think that Echo Pedal is like a way better talent because it allows you to wave clear without fucking up your team's skill shots.
It synergizes with this team composition. Right?
Oh yeah, that too. Like, just you can use your E to wave clear and heal at the same time, and not like fuck up Falstad or Bright Wings or Li Ming's skill shots. And also you can save your... you don't have to combo your abilities together. You can save them for when they're most needed. So I think also Bacon could have E'd over this wall, like to be in position for the party bush.
Yep. Yeah.
Actually, both of them could. Like, I forgot Li Ming has that blink.
She doesn't even have to. But it's like hard to react to that because the Diablo's out of position. He kind of pops up out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. It would be like expectant of them to make a mistake, which I don't think is necessarily the right play. So yeah, right.
He just face melts the Diablo, and then Mighty Gust comes out on Thrall and Jaina.
No, he pushes the Thrall back actually into the Mighty Gust. So it's kind of like a weird combo.
I really don't. Whatever. We're not gonna rewind it again.
So this is a decent mosh actually, and then
with 2 ults that interrupt it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Like, they have like 6 ways to interrupt Mosh Pit.
Oh, brutal.
And it's, you know, it's a big wombo combo team with APOC, Ring of Frost, APOC, Sunder, just Lurking Arm.
You mean Massive Shove?
No, I mean like you Ring of Frost and you just put Lurking Arm in the middle.
Oh, well you could just lurk. Wait. Well, see, the reason I said you mean Massive Shove is because that's what he just did to ECC.
Yeah,
I'm. He had already been sundered first.
What I was saying is that their
arm just ends Mosh Pit right away, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was getting at though was that their team.
Once you Ring of Frost somebody into place, then you can Lurking Arm them, and their whole team composition involves using Apocalypse and other things like that.
Yeah. I wasn't speaking about that fight necessarily. I was saying like the potential.
That's why I made that mistake that I did.
So unfortunately, we basically have to give them tribute. They've gotten 1 tribute already. We've gotten 0, and we're ahead by 1 for it, which tells you a lot about our wave clear and what this team composition can do. I feel like. So I feel like we're playing this position really well. We're saying they're probably going to get this tribute because we have to fight this boss. We can just give up this fort, push mid and bottom way back, and then meet up together so that the curse doesn't do too much while we're killing this boss.
That's definitely how that played out.
We need to collapse on that Vala. Like, okay, we got her, but Falstad's gonna die.
That's pretty good reaction time. Not the best, but pretty good. I didn't see Falstad go down.
He sort of dived into some skill shots trying to get at the Vala.
Yeah. That just gets Thrall. He gets Lurking Arm.
Wow, Lurking Arm just ends it. That makes sense.
You're silenced, dude. You know what's really hard? Making people dance when you're silenced. I see you rage quit.
I didn't actually. I had connection problems. Fucking Alarak. Returning traders receive no welcome.
Yeah, he's the best announcer, I'm not gonna lie.
He's pretty great. So, Yeah, I think it's really hard to analyze that the fights, given that like one our team composition should not be fighting that much. I don't think. I should think we should have been like focusing more on camps and wave clear and like split pushing.
Yeah, it was like you had the whole. There was clearly like moments where you went into the split pushing mode and used your globals to try to grab some XP, push the lanes, and then group back up, but then you just kept grouping back up, and they kept like massively AoE.
Yeah, because their team is designed around like winning 5v5s.
And your team is designed around.
I think that we just like every time they like try to take something as 5, we just split up and push 3 lanes forward, like legitimately.
2 lanes, but then you need like, I think you need like some peels and to have the leaving to be able to actually interrupt it.
Yeah, I think it's like pretty
you can't
important
just, like,
to have.
literally not show up to it most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can
Well,
not
I mean, it. What I'm thinking is like if they push like 5 people onto a fort and like just say like you cannot stop us, like it's fine if we like threaten 2 other forts and maybe get one of them, like as long as you trade equivalently and get like XP when they can't using your mobility.
Yeah, then it's kind of, yeah, that's an interesting. Yep.
There's something else I wanted to say though. Oh, I think another thing that could have been happening is that like Falstad just staying at the back perpetually until like a bunch of these cooldowns go off, because and like saving Gust for specifically when the team has been like clumped up onto. Yeah, like instead of preemptively trying to like split up their team. Like, oh, 3 of my teammates are in the middle of a Ring of Frost lurking arm with APOC about to go off under them. How about I just push their whole team away in this moment and reset, like trade 1 ult for 3.
PatrickStar.jpg. Like, why don't we take the whole enemy team and push it over somewhere else?
Patrick Star.
That was like, I was pretty sure you wouldn't get that from just me saying PatrickStar.jpg.
No, because I don't know what moment in the, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's not actually very descriptive. It was a real small clue.
Lucia, Greymane, Dahaka, Kel'Thuzad, Arthas versus... Now here's another one. They just... I'm looking at it. I'm going to stop the recording.